We've created just a slightly different game to help children learn more of their basic addition facts. So remember, in year 1 and year 2, they learn some strategies for adding single digit numbers. So a strategy might be to add 8 and 7, you add 8 and 2 is 10, and then you add another 5. Now, to do that, basically what you're doing is you're bridging a 10, but it means you have to know the facts that add to 10. I call them the build to 10 facts. You have to know 8 and 2 is 10. And to add that 8 and 7, you've also got to be able to partition or split the 7 into two numbers, 5 and 2, and then do the addition. Well, by year 3, you should be able to just recall that 8 and 7 is 15. And so this game is designed for basically from about year 3 onwards, just to practice some of those sort of ideas. Now you might notice it's a little different to ordinary games, so I'll explain how it's different in a minute. If you just have a look at this game board, first of all you'll notice there are no numbers on the cells of the board at all, and it's a little bit like Monopoly in that you basically keep going around the board and you're collecting certain items. In this case it's you're building a band, as the name implies, so you might pick up the amp and the speakers, you might pick up some drums, you might pick up a guitar. You have to pick up so many of these items in order to finish the game. Now you can vary the number of items, but we've said about 7. When you go past the recording studio, you pick up 2 instruments. Now, to play the game, obviously you're rolling some dice and you're adding the numbers, so that's the mathematics that sits behind it. Now, the other thing to bear in mind when you're playing this game is you might get a bit lost as to how many of these tokens or how many of these bits of the band that you've picked up. So you can either have some counters, ideally blue ones would be nice, but what we've done is if you look on the back of the board, we've actually got these that you can cut out. We'll also put some in blue on the web if you want to cut them out, so that as children say get a guitar, they can have that token. The other thing you'll notice on the back, and just a reminder about the 5 strategies for learning to add single digit numbers, just a reminder there, the links to the Australian curriculum. And like with most of my games, somebody here is going to be in charge of the band, so they get the band, what I call the band contract. In other words, the answers, because we don't want the children practicing the wrong things. So while you're working with a group of children in one side of the room, we can make sure that they're not practicing things like 4 and 3 makes 9. The band manager can check and they can say, well, 4 and 3 is 7. So we don't want them practicing the wrong thing.